Hi, you guys. It's Yaz. And today I'm going to talk about something that a lot of people aren't really aware of. What you're not aware of is that when you get involved with a narcissist, 9 times out of 10, you're getting involved with somebody who is a sex addict. And 99% of the narcissists out there, whether you want to believe it or not, are closet sex addicts. And people can't believe this, but it's the truth. Because narcissists are obsessed with getting instant gratification, instant pleasure. They love cheap thrills. They love excitement. They love anything that's new and exciting. So a lot of them, you guys, are closet sex addicts, and you don't even know that. Why don't you know that? Because the narcissist is going to portray the exact opposite of who they are. Narcissists are going to portray that they're wholesome, they're innocent. Oh, I don't know how to set up this dating app, okay? What a lot of them will do that you may have met on a dating app or you met somewhere online, they say, oh, I don't date much, or, I don't know how to set up this app. Meanwhile, they're liars. They're like on every single dating app, talking to multiple people. But they lie and portray they're this wholesome person. They lie and portray that they're people that like to stay home. They're not people that are out. They're not people that are partying. They want to fool you so that you let your guard down and you trust them so that they could get whatever supply out of you. That could be a supply of sex, money, place to live, or just attention that you give them. So narcissists are closet sex addicts. They need a lot of sex. They get bored with just one. They need to have multiple people that they are juggling. They love to juggle supply. They love to jump from one supply to another supply to another supply. A lot of narcissists will be with a supply, let's say, on a Friday night. The minute they're leaving that supply, they're going to the other supply's house. This is why narcissists are so run down, tired, and they end up getting sick. Excuse me. So they need a lot of sex. They're obsessed with sex. Sex is definitely a priority when it comes to supply that they're looking for. I mean, money is always like number one to a lot of them, but they are obsessed with sex. And you may be with a narcissist who's not looking for sex out of you, that just uses you to waste their time, or maybe they're looking to use you for money or something like that. And you say, well, they're not a sex addict. They're not even looking for sex out of me. Well, understand this. If they're not looking for sex out of you, you could trust and believe it's because they're getting sex somewhere else. They're using you for another supply. This is what people don't realize. Just because the narcissist doesn't want to have sex with you doesn't mean that they're not having a whole host of other sex somewhere else with somebody else, which they will be doing, okay? The other thing that I want to bring out is this. A lot of people are insecure in the sense that they feel like, well, if I give the narcissist a lot of sex, they're never going to look for it elsewhere. I'll just sex them out, right? Well, guess what? You could give the narcissist sex morning, noon, and nighttime and really sex them out and give them fantastic, great sex. And guess what? That's still not going to be enough for that narcissist. Why? Because they need something new and exciting, because they don't want to have the same slice of pizza every night in the bedroom. They might want something different. Narcissists don't always want the same things. They like variety, okay? Because variety gives them a rush. It keeps them stimulated, all right? Narcissists need to be constantly stimulated. This is why they're so exhausting. They exhaust the hell out of you, all right? Because you're constantly either trying to please them, keep the peace, or, make them happy, or they torture you for it. They give you the silent treatment. They may fight with you. And sometimes you're doing everything right, and it's still not good enough for the narcissist because they're picky, they're critical, they're judgmental. but they are hypocrites. They can go and do whatever and say whatever to people, but you better not, okay? Because they will throw you in the fire, all right? But getting back to how narcissists are closet sex addicts. See, narcissists don't want you to know that they're a closet sex addict. But guess what? When you end up breaking up with them down the road, let's take people that were married to the narcissist 10, 20 years. You know what happens after they leave that narcissist? Things start coming out of the closet. They start finding out things about the narcissist, about what they were really doing during their marriage, okay? How they were doing shady things, how they were, meeting up with people in hotels, or they were going with prostitutes, or they were going to massage parlors, or they themselves were prostituting or hooking or doing things like that, or doing weirdo kind of things that you never even knew about. You're going to look back, once you really know narcissism and you study the narcissist you're with, you're going to look back and you say, you know what? This person was a sex addict, okay? This person was doing things that I didn't even know they were doing, all right? You know how you know? You just go on their computer, check their history, and you'll see that they're on all kinds of weird types of porn sites. But it's not just about the porn, you guys. They're also doing it in real life, but they're coming home and they're pretending like they're Leave It to Beaver mother or father, right? They're portraying and they're fooling and putting up that image that, they're a monogamous person. They're a religious person. You know how many people go out there and portray that they're religious, they're wholesome, and they actually are critical and judgmental of everybody else in this world, and yet they live in a glass house. They're doing things that they shouldn't be doing morally, okay? They're cheating on their spouse when they have kids at home. And they're portraying to their families, they're portraying to their neighbors, they're portraying to their coworkers that they're a great guy or great girl, okay? And secretly, they're a sex addict. So many of them are sex addicts. Believe me when I tell you, okay? So the more you live life, the more you're going to hear stories, the more you're going to see things. This is not something you would know unless you've had life experience, okay? And you'll see the father, the preppy father, who's playing lacrosse, who's the biggest sex addict and who's got a weirdo history, or, the mother who's sleeping with the handyman, all right? Because she's a sex addict as well, all right? But yet they put on this image that, they may go to church or synagogue or mosque every week, and everybody thinks, peace be with you, okay? Peace be with you, right? Meanwhile, they may be, having sex in the back of the church or the back of their car on their lunch break or something like that. Like, they are complete hypocrites. And you see this, of course, in politics. You see this, of course, with celebrities. You see this with everybody, you guys. These people, these narcissists, they portray that they are wholesome, and yet they couldn't be more corrupt. They couldn't be more corrupt. The other thing they love to do is use children, all right? They take pictures with kids. They put it on their social media. They put it on their Facebook, and they portray like this is to, fool people into thinking they're such a family person. Oh, look at them with little Johnny or little Susie. Oh, what a great dad or great mom. Meanwhile, they're doing all this deceptive shit, okay, that nobody knows about. And that's your narcissist. They're closet sex addicts. Not only are they closet sex addicts, a lot of them are pedophiles. Yeah, that's right. I said it because it is true. It is fucking true. A lot of these narcissists are pedophiles. Now listen to me and listen to me good, okay? Not all narcissists are pedophiles, but all pedophiles are narcissists. And narcissists don't have morals and values. So it's anything goes with a narcissist. So they wouldn't think twice of doing something, that's not moral, which could be, being a pedophile or sleeping with a family member or sleeping with one of your family members. They don't care. They have no morals and values. Anything goes with these people. The thing that should pop into your head when you know you're dealing with a narcissist is that, number one, you're dealing with a liar. Number one, you're dealing with a liar, okay? And this is what gets me, because I sit here, I preach, I try to teach people about narcissism every single day to educate and to help people so that they don't throw their lives away with a narcissist. And yet, so many people can't even see a narcissist right in front of their face. You know why? Because they're in denial, all right? They're in denial. They may see that they're a narcissist, but yet they don't want to admit that they're a narcissist. And that's those flying monkeys, okay? They'll still stand behind the narcissist no matter how toxic and corrupt that narcissist is. They'll still stand behind them, okay? That means you are a follower of a demon. Period. Dot. End of story. If you know that somebody is toxic and you still support them, then guess what? You're toxic too. You're toxic too, because now you're not walking in the truth. You're not walking in what is right and wrong. You're not walking in the Holy Spirit. So as much as you want to think that you're a good person, you're this and that, you're not following God's principles of, what's right and wrong and owning the truth. Okay. And this is something that narcissists don't do. They won't own the truth. That's how you know you're dealing with toxic. They won't own the truth. So the thing is, you guys, they are complete, they are complete hypocrites rather, and they portray the exact opposite of who they are, okay? And the other thing about these narcissists is they love to tell people how to live, okay? They love to tell everybody else how to live, how to judge people, all right? For who they are or what they are. They love to judge other people, but yet they never want to be judged, okay? They're the ones who never want to be judged, okay? And yet they're the ones who live in the glass houses. That's the joke of it. The ones that live in the glass houses are the ones that are throwing the stone, deflecting, and telling everybody else how they should and shouldn't be living, all right? They're complete hypocrites. And not only are they hypocrites, they're sex addicts. And they're not wholesome. And they are corrupt, all right? And they're full of shit. Bottom line, I'm just going to say it like it is because it happens to be the fucking truth, all right? So listen to me when I tell you, they pretend that they're wholesome, but they're dirty to the core, all right? Not only are a lot of them pedophiles, don't ever leave these people with your kids, because if they're not abusing these kids, they may be grooming them for some kind of weird sexual activity, because that's how sick the narcissist is. So be very careful. Do not leave your children with a narcissist, okay? Because the way that narcissist is cruel to you, that narcissist will do the same thing to a child, all right? Remember, they have no morals or values. The other way that you see that they are, they're sex addicts is that they bring diseases to their partners. A lot of people that I have coached may have gotten involved with a narcissist, and they've gotten diseases from them. They've gotten STDs. I know a friend of a friend who got HIV from her husband, who went with a stripper at a strip club one time. All right. So they not only are they sex addicts, and they're sex addicts that jeopardize your health, because they bring back diseases to you, and you don't even know where these people are or what they're doing or who they're with, okay? A lot of these narcissists, you say to them, well, when are they doing it? They're always with me. When are they doing it? Well, they're not always with you, you guys, all right? When they're going to work, I knew narcissists that used to go with the hookers in the city, on the construction guys that I knew. They used to go with hookers in the city on their lunch hours, then go back to work, and then come home to their wives, okay? I knew wives that went with handymen, okay? The electrician, the plumber, this, that. But trust me, when they're not with you, they're doing it with somebody, all right? Or a lot of times they say they're going to bed and they're not going to bed. Or they say they're at work and they're not work. So they get it in, all right? To put it bluntly, they get it in, and they are, in fact, sex addicts. They've got to have a lot of sex, because not only they want the instant gratification, it makes them feel like they're super terrific. Oh, look at me. I've had all these sexual partners. I'm such a man, or I'm such a great woman. Oh, I'm in demand. Everybody wants me. Everybody wants me. No, you're insecure. That's what you are. You're insecure and you need constant validation because one partner is not enough for you because you're insecure and you need all these other people to validate you and make you think that you're super terrific because you're insecure. That's the truth of the matter, right? So, you guys, the thing is, they will fool you, okay? And what narcissists will do is when they're confronted on like cheating suspicions or anything like that, these people will do anything. They'll swear on a Bible in church that they didn't cheat. They'll swear on their dead mother's grave, all right? They are so, they are so dirty, it's not even funny, all right? And they will hide their sex addictions, and not only their sex addictions, they'll hide all of their addictions. A lot of them are closet alcoholics. I talked about that when I talked about, the 5 addictions about the narcissist. Go listen to that podcast that I did where I really talked about all of their addictions. But in this podcast, I'm talking primarily about the sex addictions of the narcissist. And also, they're into unconventional sex. Narcissists, they like anything new and exciting. Now, that doesn't mean that people that like things that are freaky or new and exciting are a narcissist. I'm not saying that for the people that come back, the trolls that come back and, come at me and be like, well, I like freaky things and I'm not a narcissist. We're not talking about you, okay? Are you a liar? Are you a deceiver? Do you think you're better than everybody? Then you're a narcissist, okay? But we're not talking about that. What we're talking about is their secret sex addictions, all right? And how they portray that they're wholesome. And one of the tricks that they do as well is they love to tell you they're celibate when they're really not. I had a dude tell me he was, I've been celibate for 3 years. Meanwhile, this guy is like a street guy from the Bronx, all right? Meanwhile, I knew his whole past. I was like, is he kidding me? Does he actually think that I believe this? Come on, all right? Does he actually think I believe this? So it's like this, but this is what they do. This is what they do. They portray, they're celibate, I don't go out. What's a strip club? Okay. Meanwhile, these people are all over the place. They are all over the place. All right. They're full of shit. They pretend to be the family man or woman, posting their kids on social media, sitting there, with the, out on the sports field with their kid or something, or at the playground with their kid or something. Meanwhile, they just, having sex with somebody the night before, like, in the back of a car somewhere. All right. This is the joke of it, but this is the truth. This is the truth that I'm telling you. And it's a real sad reality. This is the thing. It's a real sad reality that these narcissists just can't be happy and be happy in a marriage with somebody and live a happy life. But I'll tell you the crime in it. This is the crime. You want to go out, you want to have multiple partners. Fine. Don't get married. Don't get in a fucking relationship with somebody and don't play with people's feelings because now you're dirty. Okay. Now you're becoming real dirty because you're a dirty person bringing dirty things back to a person who's loyal to you and good to you, all right? See, the narcissists, they don't want to be single in that sense. They don't really want to be single. They want their cake and eat it too. They want the home life to portray they're a great guy or great girl, all right, to portray to everybody else, they're, the all-American girl, all-American guy. Meanwhile, they're doing shady shit, when you don't know about it. This is what they want to portray. But the thing is, they love the deception too. This is what people don't realize. Like, they don't want to be in open relationships, really. They really don't, because they love to deceive. They like to know that you're there and that you're not going with anybody else. but they are. It's okay for them to do it, but it's not okay for you to do it, okay? Because if you do that, you're a slut, you're a whore, you're this, you're that. Meanwhile, they're the biggest slut whores going, and they love to call their partners that. That's the joke of it. And this is how they put all of that shame onto their partners. They're going to call you exactly what they are. They're going to call you dirty. They're going to call you, they're going to accuse you of cheating. They're going to say, you must be cheating. Oh, blah, 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 blah. Meanwhile, it's because they're doing it and they're just deflecting that shame. They're projecting who they are onto their partners. This is what they do. All right. When they call you a liar, it's because they know they're lying. When they say you're about drama, it's because they're all about drama. All right. When they say they're wholesome, they're really dirty dogs. Okay. So that's how it is. All right. And, they hide these addictions, though. They do hide these sex addictions from people. Later on, people may hear stories from their friends, or they might find things on their phone that they never, ever could believe that they were into. They may be into weird stuff, okay? And meanwhile, they're portraying they're this wholesome person, go to church, come back, I'm a good person. Let me, shake the hand of the preacher on Sunday. And meanwhile, they're doing dirty crap, going after the neighbor's daughter who's, 16 years old. All right. That's the reality. I mean, I know a lot of people don't want to hear this, but this is the truth. Okay. I'm giving you the truth. I could tell you stories about parents that I knew in an upper crust neighborhood, Wall Street neighborhood, that, shady crap that was going on and how they were sex addicts. And that's the truth. I could tell you about traders I knew who were the biggest narcissists, who were not only narcissists, they worked on the trading floor that I worked on. They were big time coke heads. They were big time into strip joints. They were corrupt as all hell. All right. As a matter of fact, one of my best friends used to work for them on the trading floor, and she used to tell me the stories because she used to have to bill out everything for them. All right. So these are just some of the things that, you wouldn't believe about these narcissists, how corrupt they really are. A lot of naive people out there that just don't know the game. And that's why I'm here to open your eyes and let you see that people are not always who you think they are, okay? People are not always who you think they are. And, you need to take your rose-colored glasses off and realize that when you're dealing with a narcissist, 90% of the time, I'm not going to say 100%, 90% of the time, you're dealing with a sex addict who also has impulse control issues, and they don't worry about what happens. They'll have sex and they don't worry about what happens. They just need to get that craving filled. They don't care. They'll take chances. They'll risk losing their family, their girlfriends, their boyfriends. They don't care. They have no impulse control. So they will go with, somebody on a whim, and they don't care. Okay. They will go with the forbidden fruit. Narcissists don't care, and they don't care who they have sex with. They just want to get over and get off and feel good about themselves because they're a black hole of a person. That's really what it is, you guys. So, that's pretty much it in a nutshell. Just understand when you're dealing with these people, you got to look at them a different way now. You got to look at them a different way because, the person that sits there and portrays they're the holiest is the one that's the most corrupt. And that's usually a fact. All right. So I hope that helps you. And if it does, hit the subscribe button, share the podcast. If you're looking for confidential one-on-one phone coaching, check out the link in the bio at askyaz.wixsite.com/thegameexposed. I have limited time, you guys. It's just so much going on, and I'm working on another project. They've got me going over here. And my new Facebook is Narcissism Info by Yaz. It's facebook.com/thegameexp777. Instagram is thegameexp123, and TikTok is The Game Exposed. And YouTube, you guys, is the Game Exposed podcast. And have a great day. Watch out for these narcissists. And don't believe a fucking word that comes out of their mouth. Because when you deal with a narcissist, you're dealing with a liar. Have a great day, you guys.